what's up? It's the fan 305. Yo, you know who I am. And the gentleman
Yeah.
to my right or left, I guess. Well, it depends on how you're looking at it, but I'm looking at him to my right. What's up, Dre?
What's going on?
No, man, just another Friday night. It's just, I guess, it's you and me right
And the mood is
now.
right.
Yeah, we're just
Hmm.
chilling here, watching my spawn play some Star Wars. He asked me
Hmm.
to play, and I don't want to play it. I just want to watch him play. And what are you up to?
No, I'm just here at the crib. Just came back from the beach,
You look like you
chilling.
all burnt up.
Yeah, I know. I got the freaking my glasses on.
that
Look like a
sun,
damn raccoon.
that sun is no pa tanto. No, it's pa tanto.
That shit was fucking hot, bro. The
Well, at least
damn
you don't.
sand.
That sand was hot, huh?
Yeah, we was at Riviera Beach. That shit is so long to get to the damn beach. It's like a damn half a
Da Vinci.
mile. What? They blocked
I've
off
never been there.
the parking. The parking that's right in front of the beach, they block it off. So you got to go to the
Why?
park. I have no idea, man.
They don't want people
They
going
don't
to the
want
beach.
nobody to go. People still going.
Of course, people going around it.
You know.
Yeah, I know. We didn't. We haven't. I've yet to go to the beach this year, man.
No.
It's too hot, man. You know how hot it is. Death Valley said it. They said it was gonna set a new record in Death
Mm.
Valley, like 100 and I saw somewhere like 115 degrees, 116 degrees. Because people die. Things die out there.
Mm.
It is hot out there, man.
Mm.
Yes,
We have
he's dressed up. Really? Okay. Kids in their imagination.
yeah, I have one over here.
Yeah.
Danny got burnt. He was so tired. He was snoring in the car. I was like, "Who the hell is snoring?" Shit, I got a couple Modelo's left. I might go hit up a Modelo right now.
Modelo. I've already had two Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Hey, it's been such a long week. It's it's like I didn't need to drink too much. I already feel like I'm
Hello?
fucking yeah.
Okay, it's glitching. Yeah,
It's
man.
glitching.
So,
What's been going on in
oh
the
yeah,
world today? Oh, you heard about the Pentagon? So the Pentagon
what?
recently said that they're announcing like a task force to investigate the UFOs. Like
Mm,
now they're investigating it. Like, oh, okay.
yeah, we'll tell you now that we're investigating.
We've been
Well, you
investigating
know.
it. We've been in on it for damn near 50 years, 60 years, if not longer. But yeah, now we're gonna officially announce it.
Right, which is ridiculous. So,
It's
mhm.
just like just let us know already. Stop with the games.
Yeah, they
You know what
won't
I'm
admit
saying?
it. Yeah, they don't want to admit it. They just can't. There's too much money involved. It was all black projects that they taken from our tax dollars. You
Yep.
wonder what it really goes to? It goes to fucking dark
Mm-hmm.
dark.
Dark projects. Black
Yeah,
Book, right? And they're called Black Book projects or Black
nah,
projects.
yeah, black projects. I mean, you know, they fund all
It's
the.
off the books.
Yeah, yeah,
That's crazy,
yeah,
man. And they
yeah,
cry and whine about giving people money.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
crying with the Democrats and Republicans. They're $1 trillion off, but God
It's
knows
all
how
fake,
many
bro.
billions of dollars. Yeah, how many billions of dollars they're spending every year on these programs that they don't want to talk to you about.
Yeah, the secret space program. The thing is now.
Secret, not a secret.
Yeah, nah. I mean, there's so many people now that have come out that they've come out with saying that they're part of it, and there were a lot of them taken and taken that like super soldier people. You know, I was talking to my wife about it earlier.
Oh, really?
Talked about it the other night. Yeah, like these people, these smart, these military people, they 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 put them. They go to the military, but they're real smart. So what they do is they take them. It's called a 20 and back. So they do 20 years. They do 20 years in Mars, or they'll take them on a space or the intergalactic, whatever the fuck. I know it sounds like a movie, but there's a bunch of people that talk about it. So they do the 20 years. Some of them do 20, 40, 60. It depends.
What?
Yeah. So they do usually 20 and back. They want them young,
Yeah, I'm
So
sure.
they don't want an old ass,
I want
Usually
us
a
going up there.
right. So they do a 20 and back. When they bring you back, they age regress. They got the technology to reverse your age and bring you back to the point when they took you. So
What?
when you start, you come back, living your life normally in military, you start having memories catch up with what you did already, because they wipe your memory and all that shit. They wipe your memory, they bring you back, they age regress you, and then they just
What?
use you. Yeah, and they use your body, they modify your shit, and
And what's the aim of that?
uh, to use because the humans, they talk about the humans being very creative. We're very creative species, and we know how to build, terraform. We're very great engineers, uh, smart, durable. We can adapt to a lot of things. So they use us to kind of like, but this has already been done. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
like
sometimes
super soldiers.
right, they send people to like Mars to colonize it, or they'll send them to other places. Um, shit like that.
Paul was telling me that like with the going back talking about me, I love talking about aliens, but he says during the Apollo program they only went once. They went
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
moon, and that one
right,
time they went, they were told like, "Yo, don't come back."
right. That's what I read in the book, in William Tompkins' book. He's the designer of all the naval ships in the uh, 40s and 30s, not
Uh-huh.
30s, 40s and 50s.
Mm-hmm.
He was a draftsman, and he
Mm-hmm.
designed all the Navy ships, and then also he designed all the Apollo mission, all the Apollo shuttles.
The capsules.
Yeah, he designed those, and he said that when they got up there, there was ships on the edge of the craters waiting for them to land.
I tell them get off my lawn.
Yeah, and they told them, y'all can't. That's why they couldn't go back, because they were told not to, and that they knew they knew what they were against, so they had to. That's why some of the footage, I don't know if all of it, but some of it is fake, because they wanted the Disney ending, the fairy tale ending, like, oh,
Yeah,
we made it to the moon, and
yeah. Let's
perfect,
go back.
nothing happened wrong, and we made it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and
And
that
like
guy
even
Stanley Kubrick, that's the guy.
Stanley Kubrick, yeah, the director.
Right, right. There were some pictures, there were some videos I seen that they took of, like, they had the whole lunar fucking setup. That's where they did it, in like some studio place.
From him.
I don't know if it was him, but somebody had like somebody had the pictures
Uh-huh.
of the stage set up. Like, it looked like if you would record, it would look like the moon. You know what I mean? Like in the studio.
I don't know if you watched Rick and Morty, but there's one episode where like Rick is fighting the president, and they're fighting, and they end up going down like a couple layers below the White House, and they go
Mhm.
into this room, and it's the fucking stage of the moon. The moon
Ah,
landing. You can tell.
no.
You can see the background of the moon, and some cameras were there and lights, and they knocked it over, and they kept going. I was like, "Oh shit, the moon landing was staged."
Of course.
Because Rick and Morty, that's some crazy like
Hmm.
multiple universes and shit. Like they all got multiple versions of Rick and Morty, and
Right.
every episode's about them. Just I mean,
Right.
craziness, but
It
so
is.
funny.
It's true. That's what it is. They're trying to show you,
So there's
you know,
multiple versions of us.
of course, at the same time, happening in the same time.
Damn. So there's
Happening in the same.
millions of gurus and millions of Dre's out there in different universes.
I've had dreams that is me, and I had a dream. I had a I was in a marriage, and they were either Japanese, they were Asian. I knew they were Asian, and I looked at them, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I looked at this lady,
Mhm.
and it was my wife. I just knew because in my dream, I knew it was her.
What?
And then it was like rich people. It was like we were like rich people. And then I'm like, what the
Oh
fuck am I?
man.
And then I just knew that I was like, okay, this is not. I know it's not United States. I'm like, this shit probably is another planet. And then I look over, and then I seen a tree, and
Uh-huh.
the leaves on the tree, they weren't leaves. They were the peacock eyes on a peacock, the symbols. That
Man.
those were the leaves.
What the
And
hell
I
were
was
you
like, and then
doing
I
before
was
you went
just
to
like,
bed?
yeah. And then I looked around, and there was like sports cars, like Lamborghinis and like rich cars. And I was just like, what the hell is this? And then
What?
the woman was like, "Oh, give me a kiss, come, let's go walk." I was just like, and then I woke up. I was like, "What the fuck? Where am I?"
So you think that was
Yeah,
another
yeah,
version of
that's
you,
got to be another
another
dimension. Yeah, I've been in dreams where I've seen. Yeah, I know it's
that's
me. I've
crazy.
been at my house,
That's
and
crazy.
I've seen different like scenarios. It's like everything's the same, but just off by a bit, by something different. So,
Dude, that's crazy.
well,
I mean, who
yeah,
knows? I don't know. I mean, because I've heard dreams are kind of like a gateway to your
well,
subconsciousness. So things that you're
yeah.
dreaming are actually they're more like symbolic than anything, you know?
Right, right. It depends on the dream. If the dream feels like, if it's so vivid
Right.
that you can smell, taste, and hear,
Never
then
had that
then
though.
that's you're in a different dimension. But if there's a dream that's is trying to tell you something and weird shit is happening, then that's your subconscious or your
It's
consciousness trying to tell you something. Either which
okay.
way, when you go to sleep, you're in a deep meditation. That's what meditating is. Meditating is a form of, sleeping is a form of meditation. But when
Hmm.
you're meditating awake, you can it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are we streaming on
Yeah,
what you
we're
call?
live. Well, we're on the our YouTube page currently. I don't
Oh, okay, not on the YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, not on your Facebook, not on the fam, because unfortunately we can't afford to be streaming on multiple platforms. I mean, you
What do
can
you mean
always
we can't
host
afford?
and well, you know the StreamYard is a great app, but you got to pay for the multiple streams because currently you can only stream
Oh,
to
you
one.
can only more stream on one.
Right now, there's
Okay, okay,
another
I see.
program. Yeah, there's another program that I've used before. The problem is, we're currently streaming on our phones. At least I am. To host it, I have to get on my computer and do it. Otherwise, it won't work. And that one we could stream on like up to 6 different devices. Like I had Periscope, Facebook, YouTube. It
Yeah.
worked, but it was lagging, and I was like, nah, let's just throw this together. I figured let's just
Hmm.
get on and chill for a few minutes. I didn't know who'd get on,
Yeah.
you know, but that's all right. We can go with the Art
Yeah.
Bell hour.
Yeah, we could do all right, that shit.
I miss
But
me some
yeah,
Art Bell.
yeah, man. I haven't. I've been listening to. Sometimes I listen to Fade in the Black with Jimmy Church. You know who that is?
Nah, who is that?
He's kind of like the new art, not the new Art Bell, but he works at what's that place called?
Go sleep, bro. You're tired.
What is the name of that place where Art Bell worked?
Coast to Coast AM.
Coast to Coast. Yeah, he works at Coast to Coast.
That's Bill Norrie though. That's the guy that does.
Yeah, but he fills in when he's not. Bill Norrie's not there.
Really?
So Jimmy Church, and then he does. He has his. It's called Fade in the Black, and he has his own podcast, and he does. He
Really?
interviews. He interviews all the Rich Nolan and all these. All the top
The top
UFO
UFOers.
yeah, UFOers, exactly.
Any QAnon people?
Yeah, some QAnon people, and you know,
See, most of that stuff I don't believe at all. Like all that shit they talk about. The only one I will take
which one?
credence is the 9/11. That's it.
Mhm.
The 9/11. I will agree that with the missile
What?
hitting the Pentagon or the plane. Ain't no
Yeah,
plane hit the Pentagon.
nah. That's all. That is all. It's all. That was all. Demolition. The
The World
issue
Trade,
was,
yeah.
yeah, World Trade was demolition. But
Watch
yeah,
the
I've seen
videos, guys.
I've seen the freaking the remote viewing sessions of the World Trade Center, and the guy who was showing people he was people going to the bottom of the basement of the
Hmm.
World Trade Center, and putting strapping it with explosives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can tell if you watch the way those buildings went
Yeah,
down. There's no way in
exactly. So
hell those things
yeah,
were. It had to be a controlled demolition. The planes were
and
just, an excuse to bring it down.
listen, the guy, there was a video I watched that the guy talked about, that when he was in Desert Storm, he was
Hmm.
one of the main. He's a CIA guy too. He said that
Oh,
he used to go, ex-military. He used to go. He was in Desert Storm, and he would the Tomahawk missiles. He would direct them into buildings,
right.
and he's like, the Tomahawk missile is a damn. He's like, it's huge. It's like a mini plane, you know.
Yeah,
And then he would go and direct because he had like the kind of like Call of Duty shit. He had to point the thing at it.
right.
He was like, I was the pointer, and I would set up my team where we go to the thing and set it up.
And
So
did he say that that's what they did
he's,
about the World Trade?
he said that it's real easy to make a fake plane, make a hollowed out plane,
Yeah,
with
it
a
was a
Scud
hollowed
missile.
out plane.
You know what I'm saying?
It was.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
There was
It's
nobody on those
it was
planes, in my
either that
opinion.
or or holographic. You know what I mean? They have the
That I
technology.
don't. That I don't. Nah.
Yeah, it's probably more of a hollowed out plane, and they just with a missile in it, and that's it.
Yeah, like if you watch the one with the plane supposedly hitting the Pentagon, the clip where you're supposed to see the plane hit the fucking Pentagon, it always skips it. And then they said there was
Oh yeah,
another video, there was another camera from a gas station right outside the Pentagon, and after the attacks, they came to that gas station, they pulled all the tapes, and nobody's ever seen what happened to those tapes, because those
yeah,
tapes would have shown what it was, and it was probably pretty clear it was a missile.
right. And they said that the part where the missile hit the Pentagon was the Navy part, and there was a lot of files that they needed to get rid of. The, they needed to get rid of this area, so
Hmm.
that was the one they targeted that area to be blown up.
That's
So
fucked up, man. So they basically was able to clear out whatever kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
dirt they had
they're
or
not
something
they're
that they
not
didn't want.
stupid, bro. They do this all the time. 9/11, fucking
You
the
wonder
other
all the
World Trade
events,
the other
the
World Trade
bombing,
Center, the
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 bombing.
Oklahoma City bombing. That was
Yeah.
another. I told you about that. I read a book about that. We talked
Mm-mm.
about this. That the guy they had all this.
McVeigh.
McVeigh, Timothy McVeigh. See, they
What
set
was
him
his
up.
deal?
They set him up because he was supposed to. supposed to be in Waco, Texas, doing the Waco, Texas.
With
They were
David
gonna go in,
Koresh.
and they took him out. They took him out, and he was pissed off. But
Right.
the CIA knew that he was turning rogue on the military. So what they did is they set him up. They went to him and they said, "Yo, we're gonna give you bread. You blow up the World Trade Center. All you got to do is park this van,
The
and we're gonna
one
give."
in you talking about the first attack, the one that
Yeah.
was in the basement. That was that
Yes.
Sheikh Mohammed guy.
No. I'm talking about Oklahoma City.
Oh, so why he was gonna do the World Trade Center?
I mean, that was the world. That was the Oklahoma. I'm talking about the world. The
Oh,
not World Trade. I'm talking about the
okay.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where he parked didn't
Right.
he have like all kinds of fertilizer in a van and he blew up like
Right. So what he in the book that he was supposed to he was mad. The guy that wrote the book, he said he was in jail with Timothy McVeigh, and they he was just saying how they had set him up because they had offered this guy. I was reading the book. He was a CIA guy too.
right.
They offered him to blow up the building, and he was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna blow up American citizens. What the fuck is wrong with you? You
And
know what
what
I
was
mean?"
their aim? What was their aim
Yeah.
to blow that
Oh,
up?
because in the Oklahoma
Isn't that
City
a federal building too?
that's the federal building, and that has it had all the doctor notes for all the vaccination for Desert Storm, and in Desert
What?
Storm, and in Desert Storm,
Uh,
they gave
Sorry.
they gave
Long one.
soldiers vaccinations with uranium in it, with different type of uh, fucked up vaccines.
Is that why my
That's why a
brother's
lot
so
of them
fucked
got
up?
sick. That's why a lot of them came sick.
My brother.
And some of the dudes had like got cancer, no, had uh, radiation sickness,
Hmm.
and they passed it to their they came back
Kids.
home and they passed it to the kids, or they had sex and they gave it to their wives, and their kids came out fucked up and shit like that. Like
Really?
yeah. He talked
And
about it in the book.
and
So
obviously there was no proof.
right, there's no proof. So that what they had to do is they had to get rid of it. So there's no proof. So that's what they do every time
So they're
to get rid of it.
like the
You know,
mafia when they have to burn down a business in order to collect the insurance.
right,
They did the same thing.
right. It's just tactic. It's just the tactic to get rid of evidence.
Yeah, my brother served and he got sick. He came back. He was like something happened and he's never been right.
Hmm.
And you
Yeah, man.
wonder was the stuff because he used they all the oil rigs, not the oil rigs, but the where they had the pump out the oil that were burning, and people went and they
Yeah.
inhaled all that shit.
Shit.
And
On
then talking
top of
about the
that,
government
exactly.
doing that, giving you
That.
vaccines of uranium and shit.
Yep. I have that book. I thought I sent it to you. I think didn't I send it to you? I think I emailed it.
Uh, I gotta look it up. I got. Yeah, I'm so
It's a good.
behind. Sorry, I'm so behind in my reading, bro. You don't
Yo,
know, being a
that's a
teacher.
good ass book, bro. That's a good ass book. He talks about how he got fucked up because he got stepped to in high school as a kid,
Right.
as a teenager, and the CIA they recruited him from high school because he got good scores. They're
Right.
like, yo, you're not gonna go, you ain't going to no college. You're gonna be a CIA agent. And they made him do all. He just basically was an assassin. You know what I mean?
He was like a hitman.
Yeah, he was like a hitman and delivering shit and selling guns and bring. He's like a yo. The shit that he was
And
talking
why is he
about.
able to talk about this stuff? Oh, don't want
Well,
people talking about these things, or
no,
they
but
figure he can
he
discredit
had
them?
to. No. They tried to kill him. He talks about it. They tried to kill him like 3 times. Never telling him to shut up. But what's up, Bobby? Yeah, so
Hold on.
yeah, he talks about the Clintons and everything in that book, man.
Clintons? Oh, the evil Clintons.
He was the movie was kind of the movie was I'm sorry, not the movie. He was like the guy that he went through what the movie that Tom Cruise did, Made in the USA, or USA Made. You seen that one? Where he was dropping off the kilos and from Colombia and shit, and the Contra. Hello, yo.
I'm back. Hold on.
Hmm.
Hello? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. No, you're talking about the one where he's a drug dealer and he's flying stuff in and out and he
Right.
works and at the end
Right.
they kill him.
This is right. Right. This is that movie. The book that I read this is the guy. He's the one who he lived that life. That was some of it. Some of that story was about him.
But he died.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No.
Or is it another guy?
Uh, he knew about. He knew he. It wasn't just him. Uh, he talks about. He talks about how the Clintons were making $10 million a month because they
Oh
were
what?
smuggling. They were smuggling the kilos
Drugs?
into Arkansas.
Yeah,
They
but
were smuggling.
I've always felt like the government, they allow a certain amount of that stuff to get through because for them,
You have
I
to.
always tell people that argue about this that if you were to shut off 100% of the drug flow to come in from all these different countries, from South America, Central America,
There would be no
then
cops.
then why do why would you need DEA? Like, all
Yeah.
right, we did our job, everything's shut down, we're good. We can lay off, 50% of the DEA agents or even the border patrol about the wall and all that. Like
No,
come
I
on,
mean,
guys. It's
even
all
my
it's all bullshit, man.
look at my brother. My brother got set up by the FBI, bro.
Right,
It
right,
was entrapment.
right.
It was entrapment.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm
it's a
saying?
br- it's a it
It's a
justifies them
business.
having a job. It's a
The
business,
business.
yeah.
You know.
People don't realize that, and the sooner people understand that.
But in
But
that book, he talks about that. He talks about Waco, Texas, how it was fake. Is that
what do you
they
mean
didn't want
fake?
that they made up all that shit that he was a pedophile and that he was a cult leader. It wasn't that.
Who,
Is that
Koresh?
is that they wanted to separate. They didn't want to. They were getting powerful. They were getting more people moving into the
Go to bed,
compound,
Papa. Go to bed.
and they
Go to
had
bed.
guns. They had guns, and they were just getting bigger and bigger. And they didn't want that to start getting big, because it would be against the government. So they had to
Right.
set up like make up lies so they go in there and just kill them.
Oh.
And that's what the guy was talking about, that he when he went to go scope out Waco, Texas, because he was a CIA guy.
Mm,
He's like, "What are we doing here?" And
right.
he said that's the first time he met Timothy McVeigh, and he was like, he talked to him, and they were like, I met him there, and he said that's when they were trying to manipulate him so they could do the Oklahoma City bombing. And then a couple of months later, that happened. So
And what was the other thing I wanted to talk? Oh shit, it slips my mind. It'll come to me. But in the government, like I said, they cover up so much shit, dude. So
yeah, I
much.
don't trust him. Yeah,
But I just want to see a little green man. I'm waiting for disclosure, bro. Let me see little green men already. Stop hiding them from me. Turning go
Yeah,
sleep. Open up the files.
yeah. I mean, you
Come
know,
on, dude.
it'll happen eventually. But I think by that time, we got to worry about some other shit. Got to worry about our freedom.
So who's next to go down? Who's next? Who's next?
What do you mean next to go
What
down?
rings are going down? Like I know we
Oh,
were talking about on the podcast Tom Hanks. I know
uh,
like
yeah,
who's
Tom
next?
Hanks and
Brendan go.
who was that? There was a who was the other one?
I know
Reading someone.
with Epstein, all that shit coming out with Maxwell, like Les Wexner, he's a big time CEO.
Yeah,
Um, uh, Dershowitz. I mean, the shit that's coming out, like that's why they're trying to block all this information because there's a lot of important people in those files and
right.
those depositions and the documents. A lot of famous people.
Oh
Even the
yeah.
Clintons, we all know about Bill. Like I said, I'll be the first to tell you. Of course, it's Clinton. Come on, Clinton likes the ladies, and unfortunately, he went
Hmm.
to the island.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, we
he's
all know Hillary and him and Hillary. That's fake marriage.
right. It's just
You know,
that's a
that
Illuminati
ain't
marriage,
real.
of course. They put them together
Illuminati
because
marriage,
they
exactly.
it is. It's to put them in power. It's to manipulate the masses.
Wow.
So they put them in power, and and that shit is crazy, man. Well, we'll see. With what do you think about Kamala and Biden and that shit? You think they're gonna ride to the?
Yeah. Well, we all. Yeah, Biden. Some people are saying that the day after he gets elected, he's gonna resign and make Kamala
Mhm.
president because he's
Yeah, I
old.
heard
I mean,
about that. That's bullshit.
everybody knows that he's not gonna run. He's not gonna run a second term. He's gonna be 81. No,
Hmm.
he's a placeholder. That's why I like. That's why it was important for them to pick someone as a VP that may be the first woman president without any. Because we know about
Hmm.
Hillary, we know. But Harris, I don't see. I don't know. I mean, have you heard anything about her, or maybe who's propping her up, or there's some other, because as you know, there's always something going on. And they say that Biden was the first. I don't know if he's the first, but he did not go to an Ivy League school. He went to
Mm.
Syracuse.
Who, Biden?
Yeah, Biden did not go. Yeah, because Trump went to.
Yeah,
Where'd
but
he
I
go to
think
Brown? He went to one of these
this
Ivy
is
Leagues, but he was garbage student. He was
yeah,
not
but
smart.
this is the key where you can understand that the system is breaking down because
Mm,
they had to go to a fucking
mm.
they had to they have to settle for we're at the end of the road. If we had to settle for Trump, fucking they had to settle for Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like two people that are not these
Like there
probably
was nobody.
That,
There was
that's what I'm
nobody.
saying. That we're at the end of the road here. It's this is like the fourth quarter.
We need Al Franken.
Yeah, and then we need Al Gore. And so, but it's
No,
like
Al Franken.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and I heard the whole the JFK Junior talk. We'll see what happens, man. I mean that would be
Man,
some crazy
let me.
shit that would go down.
But okay, if if that would happen, number one, he would actually be in trouble because he would have faked his death. He would actually
Right,
be charged because that kind of shit. You
right.
don't
But
you
what if
fake your
he
death. I mean, you can't
I
just
know. But what if you faked your death because the
see.
military protected you? How about that? Then it's not you ain't gonna get charged. What if they got intel? They
But
got
let's
intel.
connect the dots. We
Yeah.
can JFK. Well, let's go way back. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
You hear me? Okay,
And you hear?
because I don't hear you.
Uh,
I don't hear you.
how about?
Hmm.
Yo,
You hear
yo.
me? I don't hear
Can
you,
you
but
hear?
I don't hear you. Hmm.
Oh no.
Jump out and jump back in. Yo,
Yeah,
we're back. All right, so we go
yeah.
back. Joe JFK's dad
Mm-hmm.
was Joe Kennedy. He was a bootlegger, bro. During Prohibition, he ran liquor, and he worked with a lot of gangsters and criminals. So
Mafia.
years later, mafioso. Okay, so they wanted a favor. So when the son ran for president, the mafia was like, "Yo," Joe was like, "Hey, I helped
McDonald.
you bootleg all these liquor back in the 20s. I need you
Mm-hmm.
to get my son elected." So what do? They stuffed the ballots in Chicago
Mm-hmm.
and God knows what other country. Like I said, this
Mm-hmm.
whole thing about voter fraud, this is nothing new. This is nothing
Of
new.
course.
So,
Right.
so JFK got elected, but of course JFK had his own agenda, right? Like this guy was not.
Yeah.
He wasn't down with the Fed. He did not
Right.
want to go to war. He wanted to get out
He
of
found out
Vietnam.
about a lot of shit.
Right.
He found out about secret societies. Found about the Fed that it was fake.
Right.
He found out about the alien and how the whole lunar shit. You know how the space program.
Well,
You
he was the
know.
one that started it. He was the one that wanted to go to the moon. He was the one that made the speech, right? We'll get there.
Right, exactly. Because he
We're gonna
found
go to the
out
moon because it's there. It's there.
because the Nazis had
Ah, back to the
already
Nazis.
spaceships. The Nazis had spaceships. What?
Coming out of
Listen,
Antarctica,
th-
right?
this is the
Get your
thing.
caps on, guys. All
The
right, this is where we
Germans when
tinfoil
the
time.
German okay, yeah, take out your when the
Take out your
Germans
tinfoil cap.
found when the Germans recovered alien spacecraft, they reverse engineered them to be spacecraft.
Right.
When the United States found spacecraft, they engineered it for a weapon. Okay,
A weapon.
that's that's the difference.
What kind of weapon?
Then eventually they did instead the atomic bomb.
So you think the reason they were able to get so Enrico Fermi and Oppenheimer, they weren't behind it. It was actually Little Green Men.
No, I'm not saying that
Because those
they
Robert
got the tech.
Oppenheimer was the father of the atomic bomb. I mean, everybody will in the textbooks, the history books will say Robert
Right,
Heimerheimer was
right,
behind the Manhattan Project, which helped design the first atomic weapon.
right. Yeah,
But
exactly. But
the rest of the story.
it's from alien technology that they get they got all this shit. But what I'm saying is that the Germans had found spacecraft too.
Uh-oh. You got cut out. Yo, Big Brother heard you
I
talking
didn't do
about that.
nothing. I
Big
didn't do
Brother,
nothing.
bro. This is all
Yeah.
entertainment purposes. This is all entertainment. Everything we're saying we could just be making this up. It could be just us
Right.
talking. It don't have to be the truth. We're not saying that's what
Right.
happened. That's what we
We're
think.
to nobody. We're to
Allegedly. No, but
nobody.
who we?
We're
Who we? Look.
nobody. But they know. They know. They
They
know
know.
what's
They
up.
hear
They
certain
fucking monitor
keywords.
everything. Right.
Big Brother.
So
Don't worry, Big Brother. We'll be fine. We won't start a revolution, all right? I'm paying my
right.
taxes, okay? Grace
right?
paying his
And
taxes. We're good.
th-
What's up,
that
people?
book,
Our first
that
viewer.
one
What's
book,
up?
that
Hi.
one book, the one book that I read, William Tompkins, he talks about
Eddie.
did it, huh?
Eddie.
Was it
Eddie's
Eddie?
yeah, that's Eddie.
Let me see the chat.
Easy. Washing hands. Oh yeah, better. That shit's everywhere. Oh, he jumped out again. So yeah, man. Yep. There's a lot of stuff out there they don't want us to know. They just don't. But I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah. So basically, they when Kennedy found out about the history, when they got the briefing, he wanted to tell everybody the truth that the country is being manipulated, is getting Eisenhower did a treaty with the Greys so they can do their own hybridization and abduct humans and take them out off the planet.
Right.
And then Hitler had fucking spaceships. That's how they got
The
to
Glocka.
Antarctica. Yeah, yeah.
The
The
Glocka.
Glocka was a time machine. And all this shit that they don't, this
The
shit happened
Nazi
for
bell.
real, and then nobody wants to talk about it. But because so
Kecksburg. Look that shit up. Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. That's where
yeah,
they said
I
the
know.
Nazi bell actually crashed, and they found it. Whoever was in there,
Right, and then they
people
recovered.
witnessed it. There was eyewitnesses said it looked like a big ass bell. They're saying that was the Nazi bell.
Yeah. Did you see
they
the
used it.
picture, the Instagram I showed you? The guy was taking pictures in Miami Beach of the thunderstorm.
Nah.
I sent it to you. Check your Instagram.
You sent me one the other day. It was crazy.
Which one? The one with the lights?
Nah, the dude. It looked like Trump. It had
Oh
Trump's
yeah,
face.
Beetle crab. He does that all the time.
Fuck, was that
He
Trump?
does.
Was that?
Yeah, it was Trump with fucking juice coming out his dick.
I was like, what
But
the hell am I looking at?
he does shit like that. He'll put like Trump walking,
Who
and
was
then he'll have
that?
like Hillary. His name
Who
is
did
Beetle
this?
crab. Beetle crab. He has like he has all type of
Eddie, that shit was
weird. If you go on his page, you'll be like, you can go through all his posts and you'll be like, what the fuck is this guy think, bro? He'll put fucking Trump, and then he'll put Hillary on the titty, and he'll put this girl on this side. He's nuts, man. He'll put King Jong Un on there.
King Jong-un.
Yeah.
King Jong-un. And I thought he was dead. This guy, I guess he's still alive. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it could be a clone.
Korea.
You never know.
Like they clone. Like I heard that they cloned Bush's dad when he choked. They said in Japan when he had that event where he was choking, he actually died. They said, but they cloned him.
Yeah. I believe it.
Really?
He's
crazy.
He's one of their family's Nazis, bro. They know about the Hitler was very into secret societies and
right.
and the Holy Grail. Remember in the Indiana Jones, he was looking for all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They try to tell you, but he was into all that shit. And that what they did to the Jewish people.
Yeah.
To me, I think it was it's a multiple of things.
Yeah.
They were trying to push they experimented on human beings to push the limit to get psychic abilities, to get all this shit. And then also I think that the Jewish people are connected to a certain being.
Yeah, we're going off.
Hold on, man.
We're going way
What's up, man?
You going Nick Cannon on this one, though. Hold up, man.
Nick Cannon.
You see what happened to him.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I think that
we're not Nick Cannon. We're three schmucks that just talking shit on a Friday night.
I know.
Like with one viewer. You're the first viewer to come on. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Welcome live. Yeah, so they got their experiment. They did all their experimenting, and that was to find. And now that was to set up the whole new world after the war, so we could get GMOs, and so they could control us more. It's basically for control, to figure
It's
out how
all
to
about
control us better.
control.
Mind control, mind control.
It's all about control, man.
So
At the end of the day.
you know what I'm saying?
So so Easy's here. So now we can gang up on Drake because we know he loves Trump so much. So bro, he's trying to take away post. You know the mailbox. You know the mailboxes, the portable ones where you go and drop off your letters.
I
The
seen
post
that. I
office
seen that.
was they were taking them away, like they were removing them, and they had to file injunctions, and they got caught red-handed. Now they're like, oh no, we're not going to remove anymore, but they're not going to replace the ones they took.
I know.
Like
I seen Boca Brian had posted.
Boca Brian.
Yeah, he posted that they took one from his neighborhood or something.
Why?
Because whatever it takes,
Right.
If
They
you
gotta.
can't
Hey,
mail it in, you're fucked. You feel me?
But
Like
he can mail it in, right? Him and his wife vote by mail.
shit, they got
So keep
somebody
it up.
deliver. They got somebody that the taxpayer is gonna hand deliver it to. Uh, what is that? West Palm Beach County where he lives at,
Palm
Mar-a-Lago.
Beach County. Palm
Yeah,
Beach County.
he has somebody on probably taxpayer dollar go pick it up. You know what I mean for him, so they didn't have to mail it. He's gonna have the same thing on the way there. But regular folks,
they
you
got.
know,
He's gonna try to. He's gonna try to do whatever it takes to
just stay in power.
Yeah. Not just to stay in power, but to try to get a poll-in ballot. You know what I mean? Because he knows
He's gonna stay out
he
of
knows
jail.
that
That's why he needs to get reelected.
right, these. If they go to the polls, he's gonna get elected, bro.
If they
He's
don't,
gonna
if
get
they go to
reelected.
the no.
So what polls?
If they go to
What
the polls,
polls?
either way,
Like
he loses.
regular voting, like normal voting.
Nah.
He'll lose that
He
too.
loses. He'll
lose that too. There's too many
He's
people.
trying.
You know what the difference is, bro? There's a lot of people in 2016 gave him the benefit of doubt because he's such a great businessman and how he was going to be so good for this country. People that actually got to see a child in office. So he turned a lot of people, dog, this pandemic shit, bro. There's
Everybody's
no reason
nasty.
we should be going through this, bro. There's no reason.
There's not as many people dead. That's all. Because some people say, "Oh, well, he didn't cause it." No, he never caused it.
No, he didn't cause
he
it.
delayed it.
But the same way he wants to blame China, his response to testing, his response to all of this, bro, making it a joke at the beginning. Now he tries to say that he never made it a joke. He was always serious, bro. There's video proof of him calling it a Democratic hoax.
Right.
Come on, man. Like you can't backtrack what you said. Just like all of us are accountable for our words. Just because he's president should not just be like, okay, you can't count those words. Yeah, he's a 70-something-year-old man that he's white. Just let it go. Let it go. It's fine. No, bro, because any one of us make those kind of remarks, we're gonna get fucked, bro.
And
he's stroked out back in November, bro, and they're covering that shit up. That's why this guy, he's just. If everybody knew his actual health, they say he's 6'2", which he ain't, because I saw a video about his height. He wears heels. He wears like pumps to make himself taller. Because there's a video of him and Obama. No, I gotta find it and send it to you guys. They showed him during inauguration. Him and Obama. Obama and him almost the same height. Obama is taller than Trump. They're saying if you look at his hands and this and that, he's only like 5'11". He ain't even fucking 6 feet. He's like little under 6 foot.
Trump represents.
And he wears heels.
Trump represents America. You know how? With obesity. That's how he represents America. With that obesity that I'm too damn. You know what? I can't put the damn.
About $300.
Big Mac. I can't get. Hey, I'm rich than a motherfucker, but I'm gonna get that damn Big Mac.
Everything about him's a lie.
Listen. I'm not saying I ain't disagreeing with none of that. He probably does. They do all this shit. You know what I mean? But hopefully, some shit goes down. Some major shit.
When the bleep goes down, you better be ready.
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
He is trying to make some shit happen because
Yeah.
if let's say this pandemic gets completely out of hand, he'll use that as an excuse why we can't hold the election. He'll use a war. He'll start a fucking war if he has to, because if he
Right.
starts a
Yep.
war, you in between you. No, there's so many things. But right now, he's doing the smartest thing he can do. He put somebody in the fucking postal service, knowing that if shit got bad, we're gonna rely on mailing stuff. You know
Right.
what? I ordered a car
He ain't
part on
stupid, man.
Monday. No, he ain't stupid. He knows, but the
No,
problem
but
is,
most of the
you know who's
people,
stupid? You know who's stupid? The
the
people that actually believe that he's not trying to rig this, because the man
nah,
is, dog. He's
right,
saying
right. But
himself.
it's not just it's not just. I mean, he's not stupid, but it's his advisors that they telling him this. You know what I mean?
Nah, nah,
They're
nah. I'm
But he
sorry. I'm
they're
don't
sorry to
listen
telling
to
tell you.
nobody.
I'm
He don't
sorry to
listen
tell
to
you, dog.
nobody.
he
You have a
listens to the
man.
military.
You have hell no. You
He
have a
listens
man
to
that's been
man.
sped
He listens
foon,
to Fox
dog.
News or whoever, whatever he's watching at the time.
You're thinking of a normal person, dog. That this man has never heard the word no, bro. Because when he's heard that word come about, he made it impossible for whoever told him no. Because he was rich. He got every Donald Trump has never been poor a day of his
Right.
life. So he doesn't know that word no.
Right.
So you can't a person that never
Or he
heard that
sues
word
you.
or doesn't accept it, bro, that's in their DNA. That man is not gonna take orders from nobody because he thinks he's above everybody except Putin, because Putin has his card.
No, that's his boss. That's his boss. That's his Steve.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand what
No,
you're
but
saying, that
What do
regardless
you
of
think?
who we put in, the country's still gonna go the same way it's going right now.
oh yeah. Oh
Yeah, but
yeah.
you know what the difference? You know what the
That's
difference
true.
is? The bigger picture is gonna keep going, but at least
Mhm.
let's try to stop this rhetoric of having people
Right.
hate each other
At
because
least
of
on the public end.
differences.
Right.
Mm.
And he
I
Yeah.
encourages like that. You can't disagree. He does not encourage that shit, right? Like the man, he's on the he lives
Wait.
to the
I'll give you
vibe.
I think he does that shit on purpose, though.
right.
You know what I mean?
I'll give you an example.
That's
Like you talk about him being
But it's
racist.
working.
Go
It's
ahead,
working
Joe.
with the mass. It's working with the mass. That's the problem.
of course, yeah. That's what their plan is. They're like, yo, go act like a fucking like a total douche. Don't
Hey,
worry about it. Just say whatever you want to say. You know that it
hey,
just looks like how that is. You know.
it tells you. You know, I'll tell you
That's
how
the
racist this
'60s.
guy is. He talks
That's the
about the
'60s and the
NBA.
'60s.
He talks about the NBA is a bunch of they're nasty because of the kneeling. He talks shit about the NBA, and then he talks about the NHL. Oh, the NHL is doing it right. I'm like, dumbass. The NHL is kneeling too, but guess what? NBA players are majority black. NHL is majority white. That tells me right there the guy has an agenda. He's dog listening. He's racist, white
No, that's
supremacist.
why
So
he.
I'm in your court.
You
That's
know,
how
But he
he
don't
he knew
say
wants
he
to
it
could
get the
use
directly,
white
that.
but he
vote,
roundabout
bro.
says it.
He
He
wants
knew
to
he
get
could
the
use
white
that
vote.
because he was a
I
Democrat,
know he does.
and when he
I know he
realized,
does.
and when he realized he can use the avenue to get in all, if he talk racist, he can get them to follow him. He used that. The man is a businessman. The man is a car salesman,
Right.
but a
P.T.
billionaire. You know
Barnum.
what I
We talked
mean?
about it yesterday. It's P.T. Barnum, bro. He's a fucking. Look at
But
the
the fact is,
clowns. Look at the lions and tigers. I'm gonna
we
make
just
this
we
shit
just
happen.
oh, we lost Ray. We just need somebody that's not gonna stew hate in this country, bro. Because
Right.
what's happening is
Right.
we're destroying America from
Mm-hmm.
within. That's the best way you could destroy something. Make them do it themselves, and we're
Right.
doing that. What
Mm-hmm.
America used to stand for is not happening no more. See, when he says, like, when Dre made just a comment, yo, in the '60s, as a Hispanic or black, you couldn't walk up to a white man and a white man
Yeah.
started a problem with you and you defend yourself, because if you defended yourself, they would fucking get your ass and take you to jail. That's what they want.
Yep.
They don't want to
Yep.
talk. That's why white people that are racist, and especially now, are trying to make scenes because,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's a free. I get to say whatever I want. You know what I mean? And they're giving them what about that Q on? Y'all know about that shit?
Oh yeah, we were talking about that
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah. I know people that follow that shit
It's
like
nuts.
fucking like religion. But
It's
I mean,
nuts.
it's kind of like
what do you
cold,
think? What do you
and
think
Yeah,
of
it's
Q?
cold.
it's
It is
shit.
cold. Yeah.
I think it's a bunch of people in the White House that are trying to give secret codes out, not secret code, but information, so uh, they can know what's going on. You know what I mean? And to kind of give hope, where they could show what's going on in a way to without saying it, but in code. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's people
Yeah.
from the White. It's people in not just in Trump's in Trump's of course in Trump's cabinet, but it's military. It's military. You know?
Yeah, Michael Flynn had a pledge. Michael Flynn had a pledge. There's a video of him pledging to them because you have to pledge.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that video,
Flynn.
right?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
That boy's
So
going to go to jail.
yeah, there's a
eventually.
video. You should watch that video, Drake. He's standing with 3 other people and he's pledging to them. Like, you know what I mean? But you know what the thing is? What Trump has attracted, and I've noticed, he's attracted because he's a conspiracy theorist. He's attracted a lot of conspiracy theorists on his team. So that's why I say not every Trump supporter is a racist.
No, of course
He's
not.
not of those. He has a people. The man knows how to, like, the same way he's playing the neo-Nazis in this country, he's playing the damn conspiracy theorists, because the man does not know
He's not a uniter.
he is himself, bro. He's a shell of a man, bro.
He's not a uniter.
Like, he shows no compassion. He shows no
fake.
He ain't no bit. He ain't no. He's not a fucking politician,
it's
bro.
Self-preservation, bro.
Right. We know he's a politician. We know, and that's why. But he's
he's not even that. He's not even that.
Politicians his whole life.
He's
been around them his whole life,
and he's trying to be.
I understand,
but he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to be a
but
politician.
Listen, the military, they have to. They picked him and they got to roll with him, even though the way he is. You know what I'm saying? So,
but do they? But
that's the problem. They're not rolling with him no more.
But do they understand that we run this country? The people are the ones that can, not the other way around. They could go take to the streets, and I always what's happened in Belarus. I know we talked about it yesterday. That shit could happen here if they know that this election was rigged and people truly feel that way. People will go to the streets, and you're telling me the military is gonna fire on people or gonna?
Oh, but Sean,
I can't see that happen.
They won't fire on them,
Sean,
they won't. That's why Trump's gonna be out. Gonna be out.
Sean, the problem is the problem is when he loses, those people that you say that are going to be out in the street doing that is going to be the extreme supporters that he has. They're not going to get fired upon by Trump and the military, but there's going to be a lot. There wasn't a million protesters out in DC.
Let them protest.
You know what I mean?
Let them protest.
They're not. That's the problem. They're not going to protest. They're going to hit the Capitol with guns. They're going to go. Oh, you'll be surprised, bro.
Yeah. No.
They have at least 50,000 people, like, at least.
Good. And then let's see
he ain't going to leave office. The military's going to have to make a decision.
Gonna resign. I think he's going to resign.
That's when the military is going to have
to resign.
To make this thing. Nah, hell no.
Yeah. Because that's his only way to get out of all the federal charges. Because he's
going to take it to court, bro.
No, well,
he's going to take
it to court. But the states ratified the election results, not the federal government. And then actually the House of Representatives do the.
So let me ask you a question.
You gotta understand the process. That's why
this is a question for both of y'all. If y'all can answer,
I don't think none of that shit gonna happen.
He can't stop the election.
I got a question for both of y'all.
That's why.
Let's say he does leave office, right?
Yeah.
Let's say he does leave office.
Right.
Every president that I've known of has never left the country, have they?
Well,
because
he might be the
Secret
first.
Service is with them Secret Service is with you at all time, right?
Right.
So what happens if he loses and he wants to take off to Russia, let's say? You think it's in our government interest
No.
You think they're gonna allow him to leave, knowing the information he has? Like,
Mm,
people don't understand that. So if he loses, he's probably gonna go to jail,
he
or
goes
is
in
he's
exile.
gonna be forced. He's gonna be forced to go to court.
He's
No,
in
dude, he knows
exile.
too much. Like when you get in those
I
positions,
agree.
you
I
know too
agree.
much. He's not gonna leave. They can't
I agree.
afford. They can't afford that man to disappear because
I agree.
So
he knows too
what
much
was your
information, and
question?
that goes to all of them.
He
You know
wants
what I
to
mean?
What
know.
was
He's asking basically
Western
what's going to
presidency.
happen. Are they, if he leaves the country, are they going to provide him protection because they're supposed to? But if he leaves and goes to Russia, they're gonna. And he
what
knows
do you mean
shit
if he
too.
leaves? I don't, what do you
Well,
mean leaves what?
like when he's no longer the president, he's probably gonna assuming all this stuff is true about Russia. He's gonna leave and go to Russia
Let's say
probably
he
because
Let's say he loses,
Okay.
and he decides. Let's say he decides he's not president no more, and he's like, "Yo, you know what? I'm tired of being here. I'm going to Russia to go. I'm moving to Russia." The
Hmm.
United States government, what can they do? Because he knows a lot of top information. You know what I mean? They
Right.
can't. Every president has Secret Service till they die
right.
to protect them for them not being able to give strategies that they've
Yeah,
seen.
or even
So what happens
kidnap.
there?
Yeah, because he knows stuff.
That's a
He
tough.
has
That's a
access.
tough. Yeah, yeah. No, he knows something, but that. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he'll do that. Unless there's a war or some shit like that.
Man, that nigga a rat
And
like 6ix9ine. That nigga a rat
nah,
like six
I
nine. As
think.
soon as he finds out they got open case on him, that nigga running to Russia to hide. There's no extradition.
mm, I don't know,
Six
man.
nine
I
that
don't know,
bitch.
man. Yeah, he might. I don't know. He might
That
do
nigga
it, but
dropping dimes on everybody.
I don't think
I
he. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think if, like I said, if he does resign, I think they pardon him, but they work something out where it's like, listen, we're not going to go after you directly. Maybe your kids, maybe your company gets shut down. He's going to negotiate something because I think they can't afford for him to leave and give up whatever he knows, the apparatus. So I think something's going to
The
happen.
problem is
I don't think it's as
we're
bad.
acting like
He's going to jail. I don't think it's going to end up like that. I think it's going to be more like
we're
he's
having.
going to just walk away.
The
You
funny
know?
thing is we're acting like he has a choice. He has a choice if to leave or not. If the United States government don't want him to leave the country, he ain't, unless they put him
Yeah,
on
they
a
want
cargo shipment and sneak his ass out of here, he ain't
Right.
leaving this bitch. What he
to.
doesn't
Right.
understand, he
Right.
signed he signed his life away when he ran for president because you
Right.
basically become property of the government.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it or not.
Right. And he's working. He's working for a certain, agenda of the government that they're pushing. That they're pushing this whole agenda, the whole Trump agenda. And they want this shit to go down. They're trying to make. They're trying to. It looks like they want to take down some pedophiles. Some shit came out, but I think it's deeper than that. And then there's too many people involved
But
that
see,
it might not happen soon enough for him. You know what I mean? And it might.
He's running out of time. A lot of things
That's
a lot of things are
exactly
going against
that's what
him.
exactly that's what I'm
see,
saying.
Cohen's book.
it's
I thought this is what I
but it's
thought.
not
I
him.
thought that
It's
it was gonna get to a point. I thought that they were gonna go to elections and he would get reelected and then they would do the shit. You know what I mean? But with the COVID-19 changed the whole game.
Everything. Right.
You know what I'm saying? That made they had to pull all their cards out, and then there's only a couple cards left. So
War. That's what's left. War.
you
That's the only thing
you
he
want to
got
know
left to
what
keep his
I
ass in
feel.
power. I think he goes to war with
You
somebody.
know what I feel.
With probably Iran.
Can
too,
you
because he
imagine?
don't fuck
Can
with
you
China.
imagine Trump took? Can you imagine if Trump would have took coronavirus seriously and actually implemented rules to save people? He would be getting
Yep.
praised, bro. He
But
go
the
the other way,
Democrats.
make it
Democrats might
political,
have
put
said
one
something.
side against the other, bro. That's his
yeah,
strategy.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
The problem is
And
this is. Let me tell you what happened. Hold on a second. This is what I know. We're gonna do that next week, Papi. Did you cut it? Man, go put Go clean it up with a napkin. Yeah. Put some peroxide on it. The thing with the coronavirus and shit, he messed up. He thought. See, I think that he thought that the all the governors of each state, he thought that they were gonna screw it up. You know what I mean? That's why he let them.
They did.
Run it.
Some of them did.
No, I know some of them did, and some of them didn't. No. I know. I know. But he thought that they were gonna blame the governors. He thought that he's so arrogant that he didn't think that it was gonna backfire.
He didn't want to take the blame.
Exactly.
He didn't want to take the blame.
Right.
So
he never
his scapegoat was to blame. If your state went good, he'll take credit for it. If it's bad, he'll say that governor's wrong. That governor fucked up.
Yep.
Stop squeezing it.
And you got dick suckers like those that will bend over and backwards for him. And you see where Florida's at right now. People could be in denial all they want, but the shit is out there and it's fucking a lot of people up.
Yep.
That's on them. You know what I mean? But there's going to be a change, bro. There's going to be a change. Like people now they know Trump. They know what they're getting from him.
You want another 4 years of this?
It's not an illusion of, oh man, because if you remember, my whole thing is when he first got elected, what did you kept hearing? He's going to pivot. That's all they used to talk about at the beginning. He's going to pivot and become presidential. And dog, he kept going with his racist shit. Dog. He knows that he has to get that base riled up, bro.
Yeah. I just think he's gonna try to pull something, bro. That's what he's doing. It just seems like he's trying to cheat this election.
You know, it's not gonna be a smooth election. It's not gonna be smooth, regardless. Like he set it up like he did in 2016. He's already calling it fraudulent, rigged.
Exactly.
Why? So if he loses, he knows. How come he wins? He doesn't say, "Oh, nah, man, this shit was rigged," because I know I should have lost.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. The man's a sucker, bro, and he thinks everybody that he talks to and listens to him are suckers too. And unfortunately, I just can't believe that
Big Brother's cutting you off, Eddie.
Somebody your face and then defend him because he didn't lie. But there's actual video of him lying, bro.
Every damn day.
Like that. 4 more years of that, bro. 4 more years of that. Just imagine coronavirus for another 4 years then, because that's what's gonna happen. That ain't with him. That ain't never gonna go away, bro.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised the United States ain't first in line trying to buy them vaccines from fucking Russia.
No, they already
cut a deal with Putin. I got it at a great price.
They already said no. They said
he knew because it would look bad. It would look horrible.
It
would look horrible.
But it don't work. They claim they had a back during the what is it, not the dengue, the one that happened in Africa a few years ago. Russia claimed they had a vaccine then and it was fake. You know, so like Russia's just trying to trying to
be the first, because if you could become the first, you know what I mean? That's goes down in history.
You get the money, right?
But but I'll tell you this: ain't no vaccine that'll be developed from here. My opinion, once again, my opinion.
Right, obviously,
if that vaccine is developed by next September, by next September, they got a vaccine. I still don't trust it.
You don't? Well, I know.
Why is it so hard to create all these other vaccines?
No, Dre ain't taking it.
I ain't taking none of it.
Sign me up.
I don't trust. Yeah, anything that comes out now in 6 months.
I took the flu vaccine last year.
I didn't take no flu vaccine.
I did.
All that shit is fucking.
I took the flu vaccine, and the flu I got, I was horrible.
See,
that's just to keep you in the matrix, bro. That's just to keep you in the matrix.
I want to stay in the matrix.
Well, you could. Yeah, that's what you're doing.
I'm watching sports. I'm
Mhm.
working. I'm in
Right.
the matrix. I can't. I know nothing else. I mean, we're raised, right? Most of us are born and raised to do this. That we have to at some point. We have to be responsible. We have to work. We got to provide.
Hmm.
And some of the other shit that goes on above us, like that's not something that's a priority for us. We shouldn't even be arguing about this guy every day because honestly,
It's,
it's just it's a talking point,
it's not
but
that it's not a priority for us. It's that
No,
we're
we've
accustomed of
been
living this life, but in
lied to.
reality, we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to be living just to work, bro.
all right,
Like
Hmm.
that's not living. You know what I mean? That's
We're
not
all
that.
slaves.
Bottom line, it was free trade. It was free trade back then. You know what I mean? Like just everything. Like if you look at like the Constitution, like there's just things that we don't abide by because we've created other things, and since they benefit financially,
Yes.
it's cool. You know what I mean?
all right.
Like we're not supposed to be paying tolls. You're supposed
Yeah,
to be able to
yeah.
travel
Shit.
freely
Nah,
through the
we're
country.
supposed. I mean, we're supposed to be making the rules up, and we let the 1% of the world run the whole fucking planet. This is
Right.
what I'm talking about.
It's
This is
true.
fucked up.
It's true.
This is the
The
fuck shit that we live
Rothschilds.
in.
The
Yeah, well, we
Rothschilds.
live in this fucked up world, and that's
The
what I'm saying.
Rothschilds, bro.
And you watching sports and being okay with it. That's what's
Yeah,
wrong
hell
with our
yeah.
planet.
The heat, bro. The heat is on.
You just falling into play, falling into line. You know what I mean?
But
We all need to wake up and get the hell up out of this fucking matrix, bro. We letting them control our whole lives, bro.
The problem,
You know, it's not about
the problem
you
is, it's gotten to a point that what you're trying to achieve,
know.
it's gonna be almost impossible to change right now, especially in the
Yeah,
age that we're living in, because everybody can be misinformed like crazy. Lou,
wow.
yeah, yeah.
let that go. Let it go.
I know.
Hold on, dog. Let it
We
go.
live in a society now where when
Let it
you say something that's some deep thinking shit, you're automatically a fucking considered crazy or a
Right.
conspiracy
Right.
theorist. You can't
Right.
think deep. Aliens don't exist,
How
and
about when the earth was flat and we were the center of the universe and Galileo and Copernicus said all these things and
go.
they were labeled
Right.
heretics. They were
right.
right? I mean, yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of points in history where we got to the point of almost changing people's minds, and we always get into a war, we get set back. You know, the '60s, the '70s, it's always been like that. But now this is the time where we need to wake the fuck up. This is the time where there's a big change. And I know, I'm not saying that it's Trump. I'm not saying that it's Trump. I'm talking about it's the time for everybody to wake up if if it's not that if it's with Trump, but it's for everyone to get the fuck up and make a change. If it has to be kicking Trump out, kicking
See,
these people, have a revolution,
but
we need
see,
to do it.
Yeah, well,
but
they
see,
don't like
you
talking about
need for that
evolution.
for that to happen, for that you need people to unite.
I just
You
want
feel me?
Right,
I just
exactly.
want uniters. I want somebody that's gonna talk for
But
everyone, not for one
but the
side.
Right.
problem is
We live in a
worldwide,
corrupt ass planet, bro.
we are divided.
Right.
We're
Of course.
divided worldwide. You know what I mean? So that's
Mhm.
the problem. That we're divided in our own country. Every country
Yeah.
has that. They keep us divided because we keep fighting against each other. That's it. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, the demand to have to feed your family, the demand that you have to pay for your house, your car, your everything that you need keeps
Right, it's
you
control system.
going in the cycle that keeps you going. But for
Mhm.
that for that to stop, that
Right.
other has to stop, and that'll never stop.
No, but
That's the
I
problem.
think we're in an age of truth, and
Hope so.
we're gonna get hit with some shit like the pedophilia that runs the world, and the child trafficking, which is a big thing that people
Yep.
that really not understanding, and all the missing children and the dead people and the organ harvesting and all this shit. that people don't understand
John, you're
that
gonna get shut
this
down
shit's
again.
is gonna get come to the surface. We're gonna see it. It's gonna be right in our face, like the Epstein. Which this is how you could tell that the control of the planet has shifted,
Mm.
because back Epstein got off of 60 charges of fucking pedophilia
Well,
with
he was
girls.
working. Yeah, he was working with the AG,
Exact. I
and they made a
know.
deal
That's
because he's
not,
got
I
power,
know.
and
Yeah,
they're saying that
That's
he
what
was
I'm
a
but
fucking
saying.
but 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 the thing
spy.
is, look where he was
He was
at.
working with Israel,
Look at
bro.
the area he was
This guy
at.
was deep working with the government. I mean, like I said,
No,
they're all dirty.
he was a big pawn in
Yeah, and espionage and
yes,
trading arms.
yes, trading arms.
Trading arms.
He
That's the big problem
he
we're having
had
to this day.
he has uh, blackmailed so many people. He had people in
and
control.
the
That's
and the
why.
government and the government has all that information, and they don't want to see the light of day because they know the important people
You
that
don't
he
want
has
to. They don't want
throughout.
to show. They don't want to see what's
Right,
on the hard drives on
right,
Epstein Island.
and in his house in Manhattan, they found all kinds of CDs with names on it. Why have obviously it's because of an investigation. That's whether it's closed or open, still open with Maxwell, but they know
Hmm.
they're hiding it. They're
Hmm.
slow playing it. They don't.
They got
They
they
want eventually
they
people to
got
forget about it.
hey, they don't want that
Hmm.
picture to leak of Bill Clinton, Epstein, and Trump
Hmm.
laughing.
Wrapping it
Hey,
up with
it's,
a
they
bunch
don't
of
want
girls.
that.
probably there. You know it's there. You
I
know it's they
I
were at a
know it's
party or
there.
something.
I know.
No,
I know.
Shit, they
But
used
what
to
I'm
all hang
saying,
out, bro. They
man.
yeah. I mean, listen.
I thought he got
Hey,
cut
I
off.
say
I
let
thought
it
I
all.
thought he
I
got
say let
cut.
it all come out. Let it all come out. But the problem is that we have so much corruption that they it probably won't come out of whoever exposes it. It won't come out on the Trump side, or it won't come out
Right.
on the other side. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they don't want the whole truth to come out. But
Never. They
Yeah,
want
I
to
hope.
control
and
everything.
the stuff you were talking about JFK earlier. They also
Yeah.
killed him because him and Russia, the president at the time, were
Khrushchev.
came to an agreement
Khrushchev.
to share information on aliens,
Mm,
and
Oh.
they were like, "Nah, that ain't happening." And that's one of the theories. That's why he got off too, was because him and Russia. Because not long after that, the Russian had to resign. You know what I mean? They didn't off him. He just resigned. He saw what happened.
Right. He
You know
didn't
what I
fall off
mean?
a
That's
building.
the theory.
He didn't fall off a
No,
mm,
building.
then he just left. He left quick, but it was because supposedly we were going to open communications with Russia and share our information because Russia has a shitload of information, bro.
Oh yeah, they
mm.
had UFOs and
But
they have
it
for sure.
Oh yeah.
in Germany, yeah, Germany. That's how they started with the rockets, the planes. They got it first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. In that
And the
book
United
with
States,
William
and
Thompson.
all of a sudden, that's when they. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, no. In that book that I read, the guy who talked about how he had um um he had when he was in the Navy that he had the spies come raised in Germany.
Hmm.
American spies go to Germany, get in the military, report back to him, and they didn't know what they they didn't know. These guys were telling them, yeah, they're making spaceships. They thought that the guy, when they told the colonel, he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? They wouldn't believe them. They didn't believe them, dog. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, yo,
No.
if you don't believe it, they're making spaceships, and we're over here doing nothing. You know what I mean? So that's
Playing
why
with
they had,
ourselves.
But you
yeah, that's why
you
they did
also you
Project
also had that
Paperclip,
other.
and they had to start their shit too. You know, even though when they were making spaceships and doing reverse engineering, so was the U.S. But
All right.
they were, like I said before, they were doing it for weaponry. They did it for weapons. Germans did it for craft first, and of course they developed weapons. But the
The
first thing that they
rockets, the
did,
V2.
right, They did it
I mean,
for travel, you know. So that's
that's the
the
way the
thing.
cookie crumbles.
Yeah, that's what happened, you know, and that's
And now you
that's what
know
You
the
they
got
rest of the
that.
story.
You
right.
you got that one
That
general that
you
they
could
sent
put that
to
in your history lesson.
yeah,
Oh,
they ain't teaching
not
that.
that. Nah, I did talk about immigration. Though. I showed them a video about immigration over the last 400 years, and it's funny. There's a repeating uh, theme every so often. Like in America, they start getting pissed off about people that are coming here, and they try to pass laws to restrict. Back in the day, they restricted Chinese. Then
Right, I
they
know.
started restricting people from Ireland and Europe. They want to restrict it. And then now, what's the thing
They
now? They
did
want to restrict
Italy.
all the
They
yeah.
did
They want to restrict Italy. They want to restrict all the Mexicans now and Central Americans.
Muslim.
I mean, they had laws in place where there was limits. You can only bring in so many people. I mean, they had to take it off the books, but we're
Mhm.
repeating it.
Hey
It just
Dre,
every so
Mhm.
often
Dre, have you
they
heard
do it again.
of
Mhm.
Dre? Have you heard of them stones in Georgia?
Yeah,
They
Georgia
got all
Guidestones.
this writing.
The Guidestone,
Yeah,
talking
okay.
about
Yeah.
the three X amount of people have to die.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to go visit that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's Illuminati shit, man. That's secret society. You know, because they believe that that the world is overpopulated. It's bullshit. The world this planet could hold double of what it is right now, triple. You know, it's
I don't
not
know,
fucking.
not the way we consume, dog. I'm sorry because we used to
Nah.
be a culture that would
Nah,
fix stuff.
we're screwing
Now
we're
now
screwing
we
our
just
world.
buy stuff. And
Uh,
look at
Screwing
if
our shit.
with
we live
everything.
correctly, if we recycle all our waste, then we would be okay. If we would take care of our planet, but we're fucking slobs. That's the problem.
You're right.
But that's what I'm saying. But more people twice the same thing is gonna say, you know what I
No, no,
mean? Not
I'm
gonna
just
work.
saying. I'm just saying that that their theory is not is that it's they want less people just to control them because they know if they get too populated, they won't be able to control them. So they
Yeah.
have to do
Look
these
what
things.
you
Yep.
know what's going on with the rainforest, right?
Yeah, they're
With all
Exactly.
this
destroying it.
COVID stuff going on, that
Mm.
look at pictures, Google pictures of the rainforest
Mm,
from the time COVID
Mm.
started
right.
to now, and look at how much like Brazil has torn down because Brazil, you know what Brazil is
Brazil's a
doing with those
mess.
fields? They're
What?
trying to make they're gonna basically cattle. That's what their plan is over there. That's why they're clearing the rainforest. They would just want to have a bunch of meat riding around there. You know what I mean? So, what
Mm.
is one thing that people keep talking about that we're because of COVID we're having issues with meat?
Look
The
at
shortage.
Drake.
There's. I'm just saying, bro. Look at rainforest,
Drake
bro, and
frozen.
that's
Yeah,
what they've
it's
reporting
crazy.
that that's what Brazil's doing with that land. And I don't live in Brazil. I don't know what's going on over there.
And they kicking people
I
out, the
live in the
indigenous
United States.
tribes. They're just basically moving them out. A lot like what we did back in colonial times, and then even around the 1800s, where we forced Native Americans out of their lands.
I know,
And
but you
that's
know,
what they're
and
doing in Brazil. They're doing it
I
right
know
now. They're forcing
exactly,
these
exactly.
and
I
the
know. And there's people that say no, that's just evolution. You know that's fine. You know, and it's
uh,
not fine. You know, at the end of the day, that's
no,
bad karma, bro.
right.
That's why America's in the shit that we're in right now.
Our country's
And when
rotten.
Let me ask you
that's
this.
why remember I was
They
telling
did
you
it to the
about the
Mexicans.
cyclical. I told you that we're in the same. This is the same time frame, repeating
Hmm.
of the the independence of the United States. We're in the same
Oh, really?
cyclical. Yeah, it's gonna be a revolution.
So
I'm
I'm like,
telling you,
Trump is coming. Trump is coming.
the
And you
trumpets,
know who
right?
they're gonna go
I'll
after,
be
Dre?
Paul Revere.
It's
Trump is
gonna be
coming.
us.
Trump is coming.
Huh?
It's gonna be us they're gonna be coming after. We're the problem.
Good. Hey, are we gonna get online or what are we doing, bro?
Are you online?
Nah, I'm about to jump
That's
on
what I was
now.
gonna say. How
Wait a minute, I thought
what
you
you
weren't
doing right
already
now?
on.
Because you ain't got no internet.
Yeah,
All
my
right.
You
internet
Wi-Fi
came
and
back.
you
It
All
hotspot.
came
right, so
back.
we're good. All right, so
My
we're good.
internet came.
So
Yeah.
all right, so
Don't
we'll
lie,
end this.
dog. I can tell if you
Thank you
hotspotted.
for thank you for watching us. Thank you for watching us falling asleep. But we're gonna wake up now because we're gonna play some Warzone and Call of Duty. But
We're gonna start
make sure
talking all this bullshit.
Fam 305. Also check out Easy Money on the Fam
Yeah.
305 podcast, Fantasy
Nah,
Football.
you know people.
Rico Dre.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. The traffickers.
All right,
There's not
guys.
bullshit like that, Dre.
Be good.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right, yeah.